What's up, everybody? Rob Gill, Epic Financial Strategies, right here in Red Bank, New Jersey, the hallowed halls. And I think that when we get into scarce mindset versus abundant mindset, and we play in that space, it is of my opinion, based on experience, that the folks that have the abundant mindset are the ones that seem to attract money to their world. So today we're going to talk about how to be smart with money in any economy. So folks, today we're going to talk about money mindset, your emotional relationship with money, which is separate than money mindset, and investment philosophy. And it's been my experience that if we start with investment philosophy first, to me, that's the most important thing, because money has a charge to it, right? Whether we're little children and we see the way our parents handled money, or our siblings, or our friends, or our community, there is a certain charge to money. And for the folks that seem to accumulate more money than others, it doesn't make them a better or a worse person. It just makes them more exaggerated if they're a better or worse person. It just becomes, more of a lightning rod, right? So the first question that you really want to be able to tackle is, what is your investment philosophy? Like, how do you see yourself growing wealth? Do you feel like you deserve money? Do you feel like that having too much money is a bad thing? Because there is certain thoughts out there that people that have too much money, they're bad. And the truth is, that's not the truth. It's people's relationship with money. So my first question to you is, what is your relationship with money? Have you ever sat down, pen and piece of paper, and really began to write out whatever your relationship with money is? And once you really understand what that is, and you could speak to a fiduciary, you could speak to an accountant, you could speak to your parents, you could speak to your mentors, and they may be able to show you or tell you things that they see about you. But once you really understand that, you then can begin the journey on how to really create that abundance mindset and really maximize each and every dollar that comes into your pocket. The second piece that we're going to get into is, if you have an investment philosophy, you could then create a money mindset. And what does that mean? Okay, well, it means that you have a very good relationship with money. You're respecting the money that comes into your world. You're going to treat it like Roman soldiers. They're going to go out and work for you in all different opportunities that are out there. And if your money is working for you in a congruent manner, because you really I dotted and T crossed, it's tied to your investment philosophy, not too much risk, or you want to take a lot of risk based on whatever your goals and objectives are. But once you really have an understanding of that, and your let's call it your investment committee, the team around you, the accountant, the fiduciary, the insurance agent, the trust officer, is all in line with your thinking, and they're presenting to you strategies that is lined up that way, now your money mindset begins to work in overdrive. And it begins to create a compound effect for you, not just on a product, but really compound your overall world. And in the space of money mindset, that's where you could break through generational wealth, create a lifestyle that pays for you while you're continuing to grow and contribute. And if you stay in that space of growth and contribution through a money mindset, all the different things that you wanted to have in your world, you could begin to manifest. And now, bringing it all together, we have, what is your investment philosophy that leads to a money mindset? And remember, in the middle of all that, what does your emotional relationship with money look like? Have you been able to really dissect and then create alternative strategies on how to break through if it is a scarce mindset, right? Because that's possible, meaning always saying, I don't have enough money, I can't do this, I can't afford that. If those are the things that are constantly coming up, you have to figure out, if you have a 9-to-5 job, what to do at night to create more cash flow. And then that cash flow, you want to be able to save that money. Now, if your emotional relationship with money is abundant, where it's like, wow, I can now take this and create 3 or 4 different revenue streams, I would then argue, hey, how do you take that mindset, double, triple, and quadruple that? What are the questions that you have to ask yourself in order to take that next quantum leap forward when it comes to your emotional relationship with money to create that generational wealth that you want to create? So it's been my experience that folks that really understand not only their investment philosophy, not only have a money mindset, but have an abundant relationship emotionally with money, they begin, and this is the successful entrepreneur, successful business owner that I see time and time again, they begin to save money through cash value life insurance strategies. And as they begin to build up that cash value that's earning a guaranteed rate of return by state law and by contract, They then leverage that money for other opportunities, whether it's starting a new business, whether it's buying real estate that's going to produce 4 other rates of return, whether it's financing their own debt instead of going to the bank, they finance it themselves, and or their cars or other equipment that they may be typically financing from banks. Those folks are the ones that begin to really take a quantum leap forward because they understand that money is finite and how to maximize each and every dollar and get multiple uses of that along the way. So for you out there that's listening to this video, thank you so much, and please continue to watch our videos. The question is, what can you do that the rich already does? And it begins to start with paying yourself first. What do you pay yourself on a monthly basis? What is your monthly savings? Is it 5 or 10% of your income? Great, eventually get it to 20%. Are you prepaying your mortgage? Stop the prepayment, and whatever that number is, put that into your savings account. Are you going past the match on your 401k? Just go up to the match, take that difference, and save that through your pay yourself first mindset. And what begins to happen is you start to mimic what the rich and the wealthy do. The folks that are 100% connected to, and not all rich and wealthy people do this, but the successful ones are connected to their investment philosophy. They have a money mindset, and their emotional relationship with money is tied to an abundance thinking, and it begins with paying yourself first. That's the first suggestion that we give you today. You know, as we shoot this video today, there's a term that's beginning to become more and more present called transitory inflation. And I'll just make it real simple for you. When you have the proper mindset and things begin to get out of your control that you can't control, like the price of wood going from 25 to 100, or airline tickets that are going higher. Right now we're in June of 2021. Whether food prices go higher, all these things the government is telling us is just temporary, right? But it is creating a little bit of uneasiness. If you have the proper savings plan, if you're properly building your liquidity bucket, when things begin to get out of control, you have a sense of control because of your investment philosophy. What I could tell you is this: when COVID hit and the market was going crazy and clients were calling up, I'm not a fiduciary, but when they were just calling up and they were questioning what the market is, the folks that had proper planning in place were not nervous. It was only the ones that didn't really truly have a game plan. So when we talk about money mindset and we talk about investment philosophy, it is meant for you to be in full control when economic winter comes our way. And what do I mean by economic winter? When a 100-year virus hits, or when transitory inflation like right now is beginning to hit. If you're liquid, if you're saving, it's a spiritual game, and you're able to take that next step forward.